What's up, viewers? Thanks for logging in for another episode of our nonsense. This is Downtime Encounters, as you know. We're on episode 18, I think, but my fellow players will probably tell me I'm counting wrong. I don't have anything important to mention to our viewers up at the top, so I'll pass it off to Nathaniel.
All right, so we will see who has to recap today, and it's looking like it's gonna be Rose.
No, I did it last time.
I got a 1. I
don't care. I did it last time. I'm refusing.
Nope, you gotta do it again.
Nope. It has to be Faith. She wasn't here, so she has to do it. The best I'm going to be able to. Wait, what were you going to say?
Well, I said like the quality of it is going to be the exact same, so I don't think it's going to matter too much here, but
probably not. The only details I remember are that Ku and Gorfrak sent a sending stone for help to Let, who ran to Sylvia. I don't remember if Let woke up, ran to Sylvia, who was awake, and told her that Ku and Gorfrak needed help. Was that a dog?
That's Jenna is yelling.
Very glad.
I'm not quite sure why.
Good Lord, I was like, somebody needs to eat dinner. Sent out a sending stone. They ended up calling several people, and then in the episode we find out that Allison was able to go help them. Because then we went over to the funeral that hadn't quite wrapped up, and Zeglados caused untold chaos, killed Sylvia's mom, probably threatened somebody's puppy, and that's all I remember.
I mean, that's pretty much it. That's actually like covers pretty much everything.
There you
go. Yeah, it was bad. Here's what was worse.
It was bad.
Here's what was worse. The assassin was trying to kill both of Sylvia's parents, and I had to choose which one to save with the divination roll. So that was worse.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
Welcome to trauma, I guess. I don't.
Yeah. Viewers, we like to give Nathaniel crap because he likes to attempt to kill players on their birthdays. Not in real life in the game, of course. They're characters. On the player's birthday. And literally put Piper in a Sophie's choice, but reverse the roles of parent-child type of situation. So when we say he's evil, this is what we mean. And it wasn't even your birthday.
Accidental.
That's not right.
It just happens.
I was very worried I missed your birthday for a second there. I was like, oh. Sorry, continue.
So we're going to start with Group B, which is our pursued duo, which is going to be Ku and Gorfrak. So you guys are up first today.
Is Lion with us?
He's with you guys, but he's in a player.
Okay.
He's just an NPC.
He's just our mascot.
Yeah.
I mean, Taylor, you want to just go with the strategy that we discussed earlier? The heal buffer?
Yeah, I have to catch up with you guys, and I'm a full 90, 120 feet away from you, so give me a second.
I don't know how you got so far back.
Huh?
Don't know how you got so far back.
Yeah. Because I think at one point I casted spells and... No, I don't think I'm that far back, Nathaniel. Am I really 90 feet?
There was a few times you didn't move. You just decided to stay there.
Man. It's almost like stress from an unknown source causes you to make poor choices. Thanks, Nathaniel.
You're welcome. Part of my job.
So, like, you just sprint 60 and we'll go another...
Ku, you're also paralyzed, don't forget.
Yes, I know.
Second time, or didn't they beat the check?
Second time.
Okay.
So you move up 60, we'll move ahead 30, because then they also have to move 30, and that maintains the 30-foot distance in between us.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if I should take the dash action, or if I should cast, like, mirror image so I have a little bit of protection.
Don't you need to use a dash action to get, about 30 feet behind the race?
I know, but if I Because what I could do is I could dash 60 and then use Misty Step to get and that's 90. But that
maybe
puts
this is
me,
a bonus action.
yeah, that puts me right up next to them, and I don't know. Like, I know if I don't interfere with them, they probably won't hit me, but I don't know if, like, they would leave me alone if I'm right next to them.
Yeah, let's play it safe and keep you within 60 feet. So let's use that for our first round. You know, how's that feel?
Yeah. Do I have a bonus action healing spell? Let me look.
You have healing word.
Well, I'm thinking about myself because I'm the lowest right now,
Yes, you
and
do
so it
need-
doesn't need to be a ranged spell.
But healing word is
Healing word's the only healing word that's a bonus action.
So, well, I still have the bag of moon dust too.
Oh yeah, if that's a bonus action to use.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, as far as the coup on Lionrith thing goes, it'll be a move 30, take the dodge action.
No, because I need to catch up to you guys, but you guys can't slow down, so I need to dash.
Yeah.
And so what I'll do is, I don't have healing word. I dropped healing word, guys. I
Okay,
cure
you have
wounds. I have cure wounds though, which I could use on myself. All right, I'm going to.
That's an action.
That's an action. Shit.
Yep.
What am I attuned to right now? Am I attuned to the bag of moon dust, or did I switch that out?
Does Moon just need attunement?
Yes.
It does need attunement.
I got rid of that one too. All right.
Let's just not worry about healing. See how this first round's go. Let's keep it moving.
I know. I'm trying. I'm gonna take dash action, but not use the full 60. I want to stay at 35 feet away from them.
Oh, that's probably smart.
So it should
Okay.
be 35 feet between me and the. Um,
So that will put you over if you have to have a 60-foot range for something. You'll be at 65.
yeah. Is that you?
Well, I'm letting you know in case you have different spell ranges, as well as they're also going to move on their turn. So.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, give me the full 60.
Okay.
So if they're also going to move on their turn, would it be safe for me to Misty Step the additional 30 feet? Madison?
I mean, the way I see it, we all take our move actions. We're going to maintain this structure.
So I need to use that. I need to use Misty Step to gain. Okay. Can I get a free perception check before I make my final choice?
Yeah, you can always roll perception checks like that.
I don't think that came through, but it wasn't a very good roll, so that's okay.
We're still going to probably take it, though. It's a 16.
16, yeah.
Okay, so with a 16, what are you trying to perceive in this situation?
So this is kind of like after I've moved my 60. Like, I'm not quiet. I'm old. Are they paying any kind of attention to me?
No. They walked by you before. They don't care. The only time they seem to have cared about what you're doing is when you actively have done something to them.
Okay. Then I would like to go ahead and Misty Step the additional 30 feet forward, so that's a total of 90 movement feet.
Okay, so for now, we're going to have you at the 0 mark.
Okay.
Even though it shows our distance is 0 in the
But it's going to
visualization.
change immediately when they take their action.
Yeah. So I think this will lead to Ku and Lionrith. Ku, you can't do anything.
Yes.
You'll need a roll.
Right. That's a con save?
Correct. Okay. Let me double check.
I remember figuring out the DC, but I don't remember what it is.
I think it's a 15.
I think it is too.
Yeah, you.
All that math and you didn't write that down?
fail.
Heck off, Aves.
This is geometry.
So, Ku, as this effect keeps to freeze you in place, eventually it becomes even hard to stay focused and aware of your surroundings to the point to where you're now unconscious. You're considered incapacitated.
That's new.
You guys have never failed it, so.
Yeah, we haven't. Oh,
And I will mark that.
that's new.
We'll put. I
Um,
see there. Okay.
I can take. Is my health down or am I just unconscious?
You're just unconscious.
Ooh. Okay. Plus side, still hanging out on Linus' back.
Yeah, Lionrith's going to make a roll here to ensure that you don't immediately just fall off. Because he doesn't have any writing equipment that would assist with that.
Right.
We'll make that an athletics
Side.
check.
I mean, plus side, you know.
He's gonna
Leave Ku
he's gonna put
behind.
that tiny bird in his mouth and he's gonna run. That's what he's gonna do.
Ku's actually not that small.
Living works. No issues. He will go. He will do the dash.
Dude,
So he'll be at 90 feet out from them.
Interesting.
And then he'll end his turn. That's all he'll do. They'll move. They'll catch back up to the 30 feet.
Does Linus still have freedom of movement?
let me see how long it lasts.
I
1 hour.
believe
So yes, he cannot be paralyzed at all for the entire interaction.
but you have had it where it still has that is not a full truth in a way. It seems to have disrupted whatever magic you're doing as well. The effect is still there, but I believe you have to roll an Arcana check or a spell casting thing to ensure that it works.
Okay. I'll file that away for when I'm caught
Did
up
we
with.
already do that to make sure that the spell took?
Yeah, the spell took, but it's a constant effect. Think of it as something is trying to latch on and then it couldn't latch on. The effect is there, but the spell doesn't seem to suppress whatever it is doing.
Okay, I think I.
So did the knights take the dash action?
They used their horses.
Their horses are summoned. They get on them. The horses take the movement.
Okay.
The bow guy won't do anything. The other guy will attempt to do his ability on Lionrith. He passes.
Boy.
Okay. You guys are up now.
All right.
Remember, Nathaniel, when you texted me earlier saying this encounter was almost entirely Gorfrak and Lionrith? Guess what it is now?
I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing I did last round. Dash action 60 feet, Misty Step 30 to catch back up with my friendos.
Okay. I'll put you forward here then.
Gonna sound really bad. Can I use Lionrith as partial cover?
He is not a they'll no in a way.
Okay.
You're technically both medium sized, so therefore there's not really a cover system for that. They can still see you.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you're up with the group.
But Lionrith is gonna have a chance to
You
get
now, you're just incapacitated. You're nothing you can do.
We out.
Go incorporate.
As you are the only surviving player, what does Lionrith do?
Me or Taylor?
Taylor.
I just for safety's sake, I feel like he needs to take the full dash.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay, do you?
I'm sorry, I did all the math. Remember? Because that's just going to trigger the horses, and that all that will do was make you further away and have to sprint to catch up to us again.
Okay, then let's have Lionrith do a 30 feet and then take the dodge action.
Okay.
I really hope I wasn't just really wrong.
Bye, Knights. Bye, Knights.
He'll take the dodge action. For their turn, they will. Archer's not going to do anything. He'll do the move. He'll walk 30 feet up to the distance. He's not going to do anything though. The other guy is going to do the same thing onto Lionrith the second time. Lionrith will have to do the saving throw. If it succeeds, then spell casting roll. Saving
So
throw.
I was right.
He passes.
Oh, thank God. So I was
Okay.
right in that they only move up to the 30. They can't, dash.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys
All
are
right.
up.
Time for some damage control.
Don't attack them. They
I'm
won't
not
see
going
you.
to attack them. Damage control is healing.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Ma'am?
you scared me.
That's all of my second level slots. I have 2 third level slots. Okay, I'm going to use my movement to catch up with Lionrith and Ku. So that's 30, and I'm going to use my action to cast. I'm going to use. I'm going to use 2 charges of the healing staff to cast Lesser Restoration to see if I can wake up Ku.
Okay.
I think it's worth it, but okay.
I mean, no, I'm going to take that back. Ku can sleep a little bit longer.
I haven't been doing anything. Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality at 3rd level, so both Lionrith and I will heal up 2d6 9. I hope that the healing Lionrith doesn't trigger their aggro on me.
I don't think it will. I really hope it doesn't. I think Nathaniel said it might not.
Oh, and Ku also gets that healing too, not just Lionrith.
Cool.
How much was
Is that it for you?
9. Can I use a bonus action for some flavor and try to shake Ku, and see if she wakes up?
Ku does not wake up, and it has that purple glyph on her now.
Oh. Lionrith has a pack, right?
He does have a bag that was purchased for him by Sylvia.
Okay. Can I tuck her arm up under the strap of the bag to secure her to Lionrith and maybe make it a little less likely for her to fall off?
Do sleight of hand with disadvantage, as you did cast a spell during this turn already. So this is a quick thing you're gonna see if you can do.
A
Roll
nat
one more
20
time.
and a 5.
Yeah. You're too clumsy right now to be able to do this.
Spell or use the staff?
Aura of Vitality is a spell.
Okay.
A spell. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. They are up. At this point, once they're concentrating on that.
Did Lionrith?
What do you want Lionrith to do?
We need to keep ahead, right?
Yeah, let's do one more round of 30 feet and taking the dodge action.
Okay, we'll be back then. All right. At this point, they'll do their movement as before. Archer guy won't shoot, but this time he will use his ability on you, Gorfrak, as well as the other guy will do it on Lionrith. So roll a Constitution saving throw.
Hmm. Nope.
Okay, Lionrith will fail.
Uh-oh.
Roll your spellcasting mod, as you can feel it starting to fade, and you have to add some more concentration, basically, to it.
Come on.
So
Hello?
spell attack.
I'm trying. Oh, spell attack. Okay. I was trying to
Yeah,
roll my
I'm just
modifier.
helping people out who haven't seen. 15. Okay, yeah, it maintains. So it doesn't cause any issues. However, while that happens, you are now paralyzed yourself.
Cute.
Okay.
Paralyzed girl summer.
So I can't move at all or do anything at all on my turn except for the roll.
You can just do the con roll.
Okay.
Please don't fail. That would be really bad.
I mean, just play catch up again, I guess.
Well, if you fail, because remember, I failed once and got paralyzed. I failed twice and became incapacitated.
Yeah.
So if you become incapacitated,
Oh, shit.
Gorfrak's incapacitated now. As
I didn't get my one fail before I was
yeah,
incapacitated.
your initial fail to freeze, and then one more fail.
one more
Oh,
fails incapacitation.
cool.
Lionrith will. I don't know what he's going to do.
Help the baby.
I mean, two friends are out of commission. One's with him. That person doesn't know that well. The other one's left behind.
Can we retcon that, like, as I was focusing
You're
on
paralyzed.
him,
You can't
but
move.
no, can we retcon that as I was focusing on him to keep him from getting paralyzed, I yelled to him to run?
Roll persuasion.
Am I persuading the DM right now?
This is
No, you're
Hey, who's
you're
he
acting
persuading?
in. You're trying to collect your words enough in this tough moment to be able to convey to him what to do.
Wow. I'm sucking.
You are unable to do that.
I'm sucking.
I need our audience to know something. I spent a good portion of yesterday. I had a couple hours of travel time where I wasn't doing much. So I spent about an hour theorizing about how we could get around this, what we could do. The one thing I didn't know was that we could become incapacitated like this. And now all of that theorizing, useless. Useless.
All right, Lionrith's going to fight it out.
No! Oh, buddy!
He's not going to leave you guys behind. That's not in his character.
This is either about to be amazing or really upsetting.
It's gonna be really upsetting. He's got to survive about another round or two,
Right.
really.
All right, he'll do his little ice breath ability. They'll need to do some con saves. These guys. Oh yeah.
Buddy.
All right, con.
Oh,
Okay, Longo guy, 19.
I have a +5 to con.
Wait, what round are we in?
Going to be end of round 6 here soon. All right, 19, 20. So pass. I do believe it is or half. So they're gonna all take half of 19. So that's 9-ish damage. 9, 10.
Sure.
Yeah, good. We'll give him 10 damage here. Okay.
I feel like I'm watching us die. I don't know what's gonna happen.
All right. They're up. Those two are focusing on what they're doing. They'll do another
We had Lion
con
Rift.
save on Lionrith. He does not have the the safety net now. And he will be paralyzed.
I'm so stressed out that I'm doodling and I don't doodle.
I think we might fail in a round or two before Allison gets there.
Surprisingly not, though. Okay. So they do their movement. So they're going to be... He's going to be there. They're going to be there at this point. I don't have an Allison token ready.
She's here?
As basically everyone's fallen to bits here.
Yeah.
Allison, not too far away, I would say about 20 feet, a little off course of where the group is at. She appears through some sort of teleportation magic. Basically, a sigil pops up on the ground, and she materializes into position. She is not in her normal attire. It would seem like you caught her at a weird time, as she's more in common casual clothes. Clearly not battle ready, but does have a few items and things with her. With what she ended up relatively getting through initiative, she'll be going first on the next of the round. And I would say we will continue on here, but you guys are unconscious. Can't do anything, so I'll just keep narrating what basically happens. She'll appear and look relatively quickly to assess the situation before just running up to Leinrith and casting Dimension Door. So she basically runs over, does kind of like this combat roll, and like just tackles him into a Dimension Door. You guys are unconscious, you can't do anything.
Yes.
The knights are unsure how to react to this, and they just start heading in a direction that you guys aren't aware of because you are not awake.
Yeah. They start walking away.
They just walk away. Allison does something else on her turn. You're not aware of what's going on.
And the
We will
audience-
return with you guys are back up in the situation. As you wake up, and the knights are in the distance, but they're moving away from you.
It's been 15 minutes. Can I say it?
No, please don't.
Just don't.
We can problem solve here. Okay. Ku. You got paralyzed and then you fell unconscious. We ran for like 10 more seconds and then I got paralyzed and got unconscious. And now we're awake and the knights are going away and where's Lionrith? Why are they going away? Do they have Lionrith?
Roll perception.
Here we go.
They do not.
So the knights don't have Lionrith, but we know the knights follow Lionrith. Ku, how far can you teleport?
500.
500? Okay, do you see which way the knights are going?
Yeah.
Okay, teleport as far as you can that way. I'll catch up with you.
Follow them?
No, get in front of them, because if they go towards Lionrith is in front of them, right?
We used stone.
Yeah. Do we? But
You already used it. You can't use it a second time.
No, Ku is saying like maybe we got help from the stone.
Okay.
But we don't. What did Let say back to you when you messaged them?
Didn't let just verbatim repeat what.
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah.
Repeated message. Just that.
So what if they got him and they teleported him? I mean, we know that they're either walking towards Lionrith or they're walking towards wherever they're going next. Now that they have him, so we need to
Go.
get out in front of them.
How you catch up?
I'll run. I'll sprint. I'll use these old lady legs as much as I can.
Okay. I'll use my.
Well,
provoking
actually,
feat.
Ku can do what they want. Nathaniel, how far away are the knights?
They are moving quickly on horseback,
Oh,
going in a direction as
Okay.
you're talking.
stay with you.
But what do we do?
Follow? Are they
I
going north or
guess.
south?
I think it's technically southeast.
Follow.
So the same direction we were going.
It would appear.
Let's go.
I
Let's
wish I
just
was
start running.
awake to see this. I, the player, know the mechanics of Dimension Door and what that means. But yes, follow. We go.
Okay. You follow.
Losing ground, I'm sure.
Yeah, eventually knights get out of sight. But it isn't long before you just run to Allison, who's just kind of like tired and exhausted of running, and turns to the two of you as you approach, and it looks to the two of you, looks at Kuhn and says, "I don't know you," and then looks at Gorfak and says, "You're grounded."
That's the theme.
She can't fly. Not now.
Who are you? Who is Ku referring to in that statement?
You.
I mean, I can fly. I just need a
Not
minute
now.
to rest.
Already grounded.
Okay, thank you. That's Gorfax.
I understand.
That's Gorfax -1 to charisma right there. Did you get the
Lionrith.
knights off of us?
Yes, you asked me to.
I didn't ask you to. We messaged Let, who, thank God, told Sylvia.
Lionrith.
Thank Ethios. Sorry, I ruined the immersion. Thank Gaia. Told.
Where is Dragon?
Where's Lionrith?
I got him about 1,000 feet out. He's on his own, and he's heading in a direction. I think he'll be able to maintain distance. I thought you guys were all together. That was a wrong assumption. I shouldn't have assumed that.
Which direction is he heading?
He said you guys were heading to the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So is he in the same direction?
Yeah. Yes.
Allison, I'm grateful and I owe you for helping us, but why didn't you stay with him?
Can't fly.
I can't fly. I can only run.
I know, but okay.
Can't fly.
His flight is as fast as those race on horseback. The only way he can get out of there is by being out of their range. I can't stay with him.
Yeah,
We go follow now. Okay, bye. Turn back. We go now?
Do we zoom or do we rest?
We go.
We go?
Why
I guess
not?
you could blink back and then I could fly there after a short rest and then you could meet back up with me.
Confused.
Never mind. Let's just run.
We think we
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing with you guys. He should not at all be alone by himself, especially going into the forest. Like,
you're right. will you be joining us at all?
No, there's a lot of things going on.
That's
And
fair.
this was not something I had on my plate this evening.
Well,
But I'm glad to help. I can't allow this situation to continue further. So I'm glad to resolve it for you.
what do you mean by that?
These wraiths are historically related to Valdara. You don't want.
Bad.
He shouldn't be in the possession of any big powers. So that's what I'm thinking.
Yes. Go
Yes.
south against Ethios.
Huh?
New channel.
I'm not sure what you're meaning.
Ku thinks that Lionrith is potentially a fourth divine.
Is.
I see. Okay.
Well, Ku, I say potentially because right now we almost just got him killed or taken to his mother, which probably would have resulted in him being killed.
Yeah, end of times as we know it. Yes. Let's not have that occur then. I'm gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. Good luck with whatever you're doing.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
we're
get
every
picked
second
up.
we talk to you, we get further from him. So thank you so much. We owe you one. Thank you. I don't know if you're going to tell anybody about this, but discretion is key here.
Where Frank we go?
Yes, let's go.
Discretion's my job. If you forgot, spy master, keep your
I
secrets.
know.
Discretion and grumpiness.
I know you're the spy master, but you also serve the crown and things like that, and they may ask you certain things.
Bye, strange lady.
Bye, let's go. We're walking away. We're running south towards the forest.
And you just hear in the distance, all mortals are so dumb.
And we'll close out her scene with her looking at the ground and going, "What the hell is going on?"
I love this poor overworked woman.
You guys have time. We're doing good today. So you guys just keep in towards the forest.
I guess we go towards Lionrith.
We go where we think Lionrith is going to be.
Okay. Basically, you're just traveling through the plains. I'm gonna have you do a survival check to kind of like keep track of the direction that they're heading. This will be relatively easy. I would say even Ku can assist for advantage on whoever
That's
has
good.
the highest
I rolled a
survival.
5.
Well, you're
There
so
we go. 24.
nice.
You're able to keep track of the direction they're going. They leave a very distinct trail. And eventually you will come to the forest. These tall standing trees, numerous. I would say, believe Gorfrak, you have seen this forest before. It is not like any other forest you've seen. It is trees of very old and large in size, and the brush in between them is numerous. It is a maze in there if you're not an expert in navigating them. When you arrive at what would be the forest edge, you notice that the tracks seem to circle around one another before departing in different directions along the forest edge.
So none of them are into the forest.
So Leinrith goes in, the knights do not.
Ku, you know how you can communicate psychopathically?
Yes, it's officially called
Telepathically?
psychopathic communication.
Psychopathic.
It's gonna be really hard to find Lionrith in there. Do you do you have a range? Do you like how far you can talk to somebody telepathically?
With connection, a long ways. No connection right now.
No
Need to see the
connection right
eyes.
now. Okay.
Faded while we've traveled.
Yeah, it's been about a day now. So
Well,
it's actually like sunrise right now.
Ugh. Tired.
though we are safe from the nights in this forest, I don't think it would be a good idea for us to walk around yelling out for Lionrith. There are different threats here, so we need a plan to find him. What time of what time of day did you say it was, Nathaniel?
It's the morning now.
Okay. Are there any animals visible?
Yeah, there's plenty.
Cool. I'm trying to make sure I pick one with a high enough intelligence score to give us information. Are there birds, ground creatures? Like, what am I working with here? Deer?
All of the above.
Okay.
I'd say you could probably find any of those relatively easily. Any forest creature, really.
Okay. Ooh, raccoons are smart. I would like to find a raccoon. And before approaching the raccoon, I would like to use my my spell that I get with my book, Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And I want to ask the raccoon if he's seen knights, a dragon, anything out of the ordinary come into the forest in the last 12 hours.
All right. You approach this raccoon. It gets startled for a moment, but then when you start speaking, it catches on. Oh, you're one of those forest people. And goes, yeah, but what's in it for me?
Um,
I may
More-
have seen something, may have not.
more food than you could ever dream of. And I pull like a pack of one of my rations out of my bag.
Roll persuasion with advantage. 16. That's not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Yes, I'm not gonna. All right. Yeah, 16. What's in that bag?
People food, the good kind.
Now you're talking my language.
If you tell me
Yeah.
this is the only picky raccoon in the entire forest, I'm flipping the table.
Well, I mean, he's not in the raccoon forest, so I don't know what happened to him. And so he continues. Yeah, we saw some guys. They were horseback, shadowy fellas. Not really dangerous. You gotta stay away from those types. They came up to the forest, looked around, didn't seem to like it. I don't blame them. They went on their way. But there's also that fella, the little dragon kid. He also went through here. He looked really tired. He just kept going. That's all I got, man. Now
Can
fork it
you?
over.
Okay, I give him one of my rations.
Okay,
I
lethal
then ask,
ration.
I ask, do you like shiny things?
I certainly would agree. What are you asking here?
I pull out a piece of copper, a shiny piece of copper. I use my without him seeing, I pull it out of my coin purse on my hip, and I use the back of my shirt to shine it a little bit. And I say,
Yeah.
I'll give you this shiny if you either take, or I'll give you this if you tell us which way he went, and I'll give you another one if you can take us there.
Let me see it. Hand it over.
Okay, I give him the piece of copper.
Looks it over, gives it a quizzical look, bites down on it. Then goes, I think I can help you out. Is it
Thank
just
you.
you and the feathery one?
Pardon?
The feather one, the one over there.
What
The
about
weird
I'm
one.
confused between these two things.
what
Is it
about
coming
her?
along too?
Is that okay?
It'll cost you another one, but
Sure, bro.
The raccoon extortionist.
Yeah.
Mafia boss raccoon.
all right. Keep up. I'll at least lead you in the direction. I don't know. He was flying pretty far, but you probably can't fly too much farther in these forests.
Thank you.
I
We
don't feel like
appreciate your expertise.
My pleasure.
As we start
Is
to
he
follow the
suddenly
raccoon.
Southern?
Yes. Yes, he is.
yes.
As we start to follow the raccoon,
that-
I just want to like grab the rope around Gorfrak's belt and give it a tug and look up at her and be like, "Is this another race?"
This is this is just one of Gaia's wonderful creatures. I can talk to all of them pretty easily. Part of my magic, part of Gaia's magic. This is the channel I use.
I want to take the opportunity to filch a copper piece and bite down on it like the raccoon did. See what's up. Why did he do that? I don't know.
Nathaniel, mechanics question. If my
Yeah.
staff recharges at dawn, does it matter if we took a rest?
If it recharges at dawn, you get roll the charges now.
Okay.
And we follow the raccoon.
Woohoo.
That's pretty good. 9.
Yep.
So you're probably
Thank
back
you.
up to full there.
Yep.
So with the raccoon's help, you will, and I would say with Ku, because you kind of follow the trail he goes. He's not trying to cover his trail. He doesn't really know what he's doing very clearly. So roll with survival with advantage with the bonus of a +5.
Nice. Good
Raccoon
job.
knows what you. Oh, and you also have to lose a total of 4 copper pieces.
I can do that. I can take that hit.
I
already dropped
17.
2. No, it'll be 22 because I already have a +5 to survival.
You roll the 7 +5, 12. Then +5 another time.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I don't know how to read.
You're fine.
I'm Jared.
Yeah,
I'm 19, and I never learned how to F and read.
Eventually, it is a. You get deeper into the forest. It gets kind of darker as the tree canopy is covering the sky. So it makes it somewhat hard to see for some of you, but relatively unhindered. It, from what you can see as the trail is going down, that he was flying at some point. It got a little bit too clustered with tree branches and such, so he eventually just started walking. And at the pace you're going, you're clearly faster than him. And then at the same time, doesn't seem like he knows the direction, so he's kind of wandering around a bit. And eventually, you will catch up with him. As you approach, the raccoon turns to you. This is a few hours later, and just like does like a chittering sound, and then walks away. Well, not walks away, crawls away.
While he
Scampers away.
crawls away, I flick him a piece of silver too.
I'm
He
running to
makes
the
a
dragon.
appreciated sound, and then hurries off.
The richest raccoon in the forest.
Just
Yeah,
like in
you
the
just
forest.
destroyed the economy.
What would Bill Gates be named if it was a raccoon?
I don't want to listen on that joke. I want to go check on Lionrith.
He's exhausted from what it looks like. And I'd say at this point, none of you have rested up to this point. You guys do have a level of exhaustion. And he looks back at you and says, "You guys made it. I was worried, but the nice lady said I should just keep going."
She told you right. I'm glad you're okay. Did the knights shoot at you anymore? Were you able to stay ahead of them?
They were too far away. Not too
Okay.
fast with them at that. She used a lot of magic to get me that far, and then they could catch back up.
Yeah.
Oh.
We owe her. Um. Well, while we aren't safe in the woods, we are safer than we were. Do you want to rest for the day and go, wait till tomorrow to travel, or do you want to make our way through right now?
No rest. Rest was problem.
That's fair, but I think it's safe to say the knights can't get us in here.
Don't know that.
I mean, we saw the tracks and the raccoons. The raccoon said, like, they wouldn't come in the forest.
I'm just going to remind you that that is the word of a raccoon.
Thank you for saying it so I didn't have to.
That had the same energy as Facebook moms being like, Lisa posted it. It's got to be true.
I do not trust.
We saw the tracks
thing.
on. Can I?
I mean, that's the richest raccoon in the forest. I'll have you know.
That's true.
Can
Do
I
not trust
do
things
a quick
smaller
check
than
in
me.
my book to see if there's anything in there about the protection on this forest?
Yeah, roll nature.
Cool.
I suppose we could take like a short rest if we needed to.
23. So you get that Gaia's magic is pretty strong here, just naturally, and it does have some warding effects, which is probably why they didn't come in. It's almost like this like a sacred ground. However, that does not mean that the forest itself is harmless. It is probably out of the forest out there. It is probably the most dangerous forest. But from your enemies at this point, if they didn't enter in, they're likely not going to continue any further. As this is a sanctuary that, I mean, the capital city in here of the once elves, it's never been conquered for many reasons. The forest being one of them.
Okay. Could I also do so? I'll convey that to Ku and Lionrith. Could I also either with that same roll or do another roll to see if there's any, like in the section about this forest, if there's any tips for navigating it or like landmarks that will help us know we're on the right track to Full Thalor?
There is a trail that you should follow. If you stay on it, eventually someone will pick you up in a way. You can't actually walk to Phelan Thalor. Eventually you'll just be lost in the forest. Someone has to basically, like, an elf has to accompany you, basically, who's
Okay.
allowed passage. Typically that is done in the nearby city of Dorthor.
So we have to leave the forest.
So we have to
Yeah.
go there to find the trail, and from the trail we'll get guided to the city.
Yes. However, there is like a note in there that basically is kind of mentioning that, like, if you go in, you're committed. You're not coming back out unless you have the trail. So right now you guys are
Kind of lost.
kind of lost. However, the elves were notified that you were coming.
Uh-huh.
So it's not like you're lost and no one knows you're lost. People who know how to navigate it know you're out here somewhere. They probably have ways of finding you. It's just a matter of biding your time. In a way of making sure the forest doesn't consume you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Metaphorically.
So we can rest carefully.
Why don't we take a short rest so I have wild shape back, and then I could do a quick fly over.
Branches?
No, like up above the canopy line.
Oh.
I feel like though then I wouldn't be able to find you guys though.
Maybe.
I would even probably just add to your experience. Doing that won't really assist you. You'll just fly. You'll just see trees everywhere.
Okay.
Rest now.
Maybe mountains nearby, but
Rest now. Short rest. Very quick.
I have a thought.
yeah, do a short rest.
Okay.
What's your thought, Taylor?
My thought is, since conjure animals actually conjures face spirits, can't I conjure them and like instruct them to go and do specific things? Non-combat things?
For the duration.
Because what my thought is I could send, like, while we're resting, I could send out beasts in all directions to try to find whoever might be looking for us.
You got a good nature check here. I am gonna give you the advice that the forest it's not like you can just navigate it in that way.
Okay.
Like if they find you, it's because they found you. The any spirits of, unless they are specifically tied to Gaia itself, won't really know how to deal with it, and it affects people differently.
So our job
Like
is to
animals
stay
will be
alive
relatively
until
fine, but even if they guide the group in a direction, it's still going to affect the group itself. It's really mysterious in how it functions and how Gaia wants it to function.
So our job is to stay alive until somebody finds us.
Yes, especially if you're not on the trail. The trail, I would say, yeah, that would actually work great. But
Okay.
And we have no way of knowing where the trail is, so we just need to stay alive until somebody finds us.
yeah,
Okay.
And tomorrow we can use
and
the sending stone.
Cool. All right. Short rest it is.
take your short rest, and we'll go to our break.
We're not dead!
Okay, viewers, we're back. That's all
All
I
right,
have.
we're gonna pick up with Group A. Our at this point the funeral crew,
Yeah.
which consists of Let,
That's
Sylvia, and Kai. Well, I mean, you guys are at a funeral right now. You were the prison group. Then you guys got out of there, so I can't be that anymore. Now you're at a funeral, so you're not the funeral crew.
Everyone should aspire to be us.
Yeah,
The number of dead people just keeps growing.
that's fair. It happens every day. We are going to fast forward a bit from that day that it happened to the next. The rest of it is basically a blur. Not much really goes on, other than just general condolences and such. And we'll just pick up that morning. So you all get a long rest. If you had spent anything up to that point, what would you like to do?
I don't want to do anything because my sister's dead, my mother's dead.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sylvia living our true depressive dream and just lying in bed staring at the ceiling.
Basically.
That's honestly fair. I don't know.
Yeah, it's on you guys too.
Don't know.
She's not leading anything at the moment, so you guys gotta pick up the pace.
Are we all like in rooms or something at her
rooms.
parents' house? Guest rooms?
Yeah.
I think Let would probably, it's the morning.
Mhm.
Let would probably wake up and start aimlessly wandering the halls, just kind of going, Sylvia, Kaya, anybody that knows me out
Kaya's
there?
probably in a room next to you. However, I am
Probably,
not.
but Let would not have thought to go to a room next to them to find Kaya. They're fully lost.
I will venture out of my
Okay.
room to, as I hear Let going down the halls, thinking he's being quiet and sneaky, but being very, very, very loud.
Probably.
I get out of bed and go follow.
Yeah, it's very much that like loud whisper.
Yes.
Trying to be quiet, but only knows if they like hush it. Therefore, it's quiet.
Right.
You stumble upon that very easily.
Shocker.
So what are we supposed to be doing exactly?
Normally, I'd say following Sylvia's lead since this is her everything, but since she is understandably not in the mood,
I'm 65% sure she's dead.
given the track record with her family recently, you probably aren't that far off. Let's hope she's alive.
My God. That got so much darker than I expected it to.
Sorry.
Should we go eat something? I think we should go see if there's a candy reserve anywhere nearby. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, why not? As long as we stay out of the way, don't make everything more difficult for people.
All right.
Maybe-
why don't both of you roll an investigation check to search for a candy reserve. You got a 5.
Yeah.
You got a 13.
Oh God.
Neither one of you find this elusive candy reserve.
Wow.
You do get the impression that one exists, as you kind of look around and occasionally a servant will ask you, "Hey, do you need anything?" And you'll be like, "We're looking for the candy reserve," and they're like, "I don't know about that. I'll have to ask.
Suspicious.
Make sure you get permission." And then they would walk off and never come back. Yeah.
Maybe these people are anti-candy.
I think that's exactly it.
That must be why Sylvia's like that.
That would explain a lot.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should go bother Sylvia.
Oh. Yeah, we should probably make sure she's still alive.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know where her room is?
I assume if we ask very politely and imply that we're no longer looking for the candy reserve, they will tell us. Sorry.
Maybe you should do it.
I will make that sacrifice.
Okay.
You find a servant pretty easily. You just want to ask for Sylvia's room's at?
Yes. And explain that we're like her friends. We're not just creepers going, hey, show us where
I think
Sylvia's
they know
room."
that at
Right.
this point.
Good. I just don't want to accidentally
I'm
be like,
genuinely shocked there's no like consistent server that always helps us in the same fashion of like the generally better the good store. They just always kind of pop up.
Yeah, the servant comes up and is like, yes, I can take you there if you wish.
yes, please. Do you know if she's
Isn't
okay?
too long? I'm sorry, say again?
Does the servant, can I ask the servant, because servants know everything, it's honestly kind of creepy.
Yeah.
If they know if she's doing okay, or as okay as can be expected.
I believe she's still in her room. From what I've heard, she's been in there most of the day and night, so we've checked on her a few
Cool.
times, but you think she's doing the best she can at the moment.
Okay.
Let's gonna put their hand out to shake the servant's hand, but like really awkwardly, so it's gonna be like a little too high.
Yeah, they don't. They just
They
keep,
don't shake
they
left
just keep
hand
walking
back?
in the direction. They're not like completely aware of what you're doing or anything. They're
Amazing.
just like, they look at you and they look confused and they just keep going.
Let's gonna turn to Kaya and probably still too loud, kind of quietly to Kaya say, "That's how you're supposed to give people tips, right? I was gonna give him a couple bird bones. Why isn't he accepting my tip?"
Bird bones are probably not considered. He probably thinks he's not worthy of the bird bones. Go with that.
Let is going to immediately start like almost tearing up.
This isn't like a concierge that you need to tip. They're all paid.
There's no way Let would know that.
Yeah, they hear this conversation going on. They're kind of doing this like silent nod to themselves, almost like trying to like, I'm unworthy of that, and just not making any comments to it.
This poor man.
As you arrive at the door, they just gesture to it and go, "Here's her room. If you need other help, ask any one of us." In parts.
I thought he was going to say, ask literally anyone else.
Lose my number.
All right,
Let's
so we
gonna walk up to the door
knock
and
very
knock like way
politely.
too hard.
Oh, okay. That works too.
And then
No
just be like,
response.
"Sylvia, it's me, it's your favorite person."
30 seconds go by, and then I finally open the door. Like, "Ugh, of course, let you don't have to bang on the door quite that loudly.
I wasn't sure if you could hear me. The rooms in this building are really big.
They're normal size. What are you talking about?
Okay. I don't even have a response to that privileged ass comment.
Also, it should be noted, Sylvia, who is I'm normally very, collected, pristine, now messy hair, like disheveled black robe, clearly a mess.
I'm not gonna
Why do
ask
you
how
seem
are
more approachable today?
that. Okay, great.
Do I seem
Sorry.
like I'm in a pleasant mood?
You seem more approachable today than normal. Your face always kind of looks like that.
Not ignoring let. I'm not gonna ask you how you're doing because that's a stupid ass question. But can we do anything?
Do you want some
I don't-
candy?
No, I'm fine.
Alrighty then, I guess.
I don't think there's anything that you can do, honestly. Did you
So what
guys
hap-
need something?
We just wanted to check on you. What happens
And we
next?
don't really know what we should be doing.
Yeah, that too.
Well,
You're
at
normally
some
kind
point,
of like in charge.
And this is also your house. We don't want to make anything.
They already told me that I can't have candy, so I literally don't know what else to do except come bother you.
what? There's definitely candy here. I don't know what they were thinking.
They probably didn't want to sugar them up any more than they already are.
Let's go get some candy.
What's that word that Gorfrak taught me? Discriminatory. I think that's discriminatory.
All I'm gonna say is some of the servants are more intelligent than others, and leave it at that.
That might be discriminatory too, but to be fair, I wasn't really listening when Gorfrak explained to me what that word means, so I don't know if I'm even using it right.
Okay, well, I haven't left my room in like a day, so I could probably use a break. Let's go get some stupid
Yes.
candy.
Yeah, okay. That sounds like a good
And
plan
then
to
we
me.
should probably talk to my father about the Gorfrag Leinrith coup situation.
That sounds like a plan.
Well, yeah. Where is Lionrith anyways?
Which Gorfrakin coup?
Where are Gorfrak and Koo, I guess, is what the question should be.
Yeah, where are they? They don't have rooms
Well,
here? That's discriminatory.
they don't have rooms here because. Do we know that they were followed by knights? Do we, as characters, know that yet? I can't remember.
Yes.
I genuinely don't
Allison
remember the message.
canonically explained a little bit that she had met them dealing with the race, but
Right.
didn't explain further. Just basically mentioned it.
Right. Oh, but they told us they were chased by raids.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know exactly where they are, but they were chased by raids, so they're not here.
I hope they're all right. It would be kind of suckish if we went through all this bullshit with the church, only for them to have died when we were there, being stuck in the damn prisons.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it since death is apparently inevitable.
So as you guys approach this, basically the pantry in a way, and you guys had entered into there looking for this candy repository.
Can't stay in character
couldn't
and you
find it.
laugh.
Yeah, you went in, left, couldn't find it. Sylvia goes in there and then is like, "Oh, they just put a box in front of it," and like you slide it over, and there's just like this large section
Wow.
area with different candies in it.
Like I said,
And
some
at the
servants
same
are more
time,
intelligent than others.
kind of spookily, Allison's just waited in there and asks,
Horrifying.
"I heard you're looking for candy."
Let
Who
us
We're also
is
see
looking
this
one
for our
of them.
woman?
friends.
I was looking for you,
What-
and then I asked the servant. They're like, "Well, they're looking for candy." I found where the candy was at.
I
Wow, you
hated
seem to
was
him.
have an
actually
easier
so-
job than the servants, so.
Let's gonna put their hand back out, like arguably still too high, but to shake hands with Allison.
She like basically your hands like this. She goes like this, and she continues on. So we need to talk about the other three in more
Oh,
detail.
Are we
goody.
breaking up with them?
I suppose we need
Yes.
no, we need to rendezvous at some point.
Are they okay?
Every
When
time
did-
Madison laughs, I laugh. I'm sorry.
Stop making such good jokes.
I'm sorry. I told you. I listened to a hype playlist before this. I was ready.
She continues and says, "Yes, they're heading to Finland Thalor. That's where the elves are at. From what I understand and who I've talked to, they're expecting them. I would recommend you would meet up with them at your next moment, but that's not why I want to speak with the rest of you.
Why? That's not ominous.
Okay.
I think Sylvia might be grounded.
I mean that's done. I mean, you guys were grounded.
was
They were
never-
grounded. Everyone's grounded. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just don't do it again.
Okay.
Technically, I was never grounded.
You're grounded now.
Like that means anything at this present moment.
Well, it should.
Oh
We
my
would
god.
need to get on topic here. Can't divert us. I have things to do. Okay. These Wraiths, have you met them before?
No,
We
Yeah.
haven't.
they didn't. It sounds like they didn't appear until Blindrith and company left Titania.
Yeah. Dark Knights. They wear black. Pretty spooky guys. Each one has a different weapon. Would avoid them at all costs. So I've been since the last time we've met, which was back a few weeks ago, I've heard rumors of their appearance, and I was looking into it up until you called me, really, as well as more recent matters. They just got up out of their once prisons and just went in a direction, and I was curious where they were going. At first, they were heading north for a while, and eventually, suddenly, they changed direction and started going west. From what it sounds like, and from what I'm picking up, you guys were up north. You somehow
Yes.
got west to Titania, and then they ran into them. Is that a good? Did they go east? Where were they going after Titania?
No, they were.
It should be
going
noted that Let's
towards-
in the background, just trying to remember which direction any of those directions
Okay.
are going.
They were headed towards the Forest of Raccoons outside Tyset.
Okay. So I could see them run into them there. They came here, I talked to your father, and they went and I eventually met with them south. So if it isn't obvious, they are specifically targeting your draconic friend. I will impress on you that at all costs they should never meet. The Knights or Lynrith. Does that make it clear?
Crystal.
How are we
But why?
supposed to avoid them if they are tracking Lynrith?
I don't know. Just keep moving around. You're a
As
powerful
helpful.
spellcaster. Probably a teleport or do something. That won't be much of an
I
issue.
can't teleport yet.
Well, not teleport, like teleportation circles. You can draw them out. Basic magic. You'll learn it.
What level even is that? I can't.
It's like I think it's like a 5 or 6. I think it's 6. If I
Okay,
remember
yeah,
right.
basic magic.
Yeah, basic magic. I don't know. But At the same time, I don't think Gorfrak or Ku, I picked up that name from interactions and spies and whatnot, Uh,
Oh, good. So you're still spying on us.
obviously.
Ku's not that interesting to watch.
No,
She
not really.
smells weird
Yeah,
and she doesn't say much.
they're not really worth keeping an eye on because they just disappear randomly. I'm waiting for that thing to do it anyway. Anyway, they should be going into the forest in some few days. They'll make it there. I don't know, but they'll be safe from those nights for a while. Just you need to get with them. But if you do encounter one of the knights, just don't encounter multiple like they did. They can be defeated, and I have confidence in your abilities, but
They
Is this
can
before
be
or after
defeated.
she learns teleportation?
yeah, like the knights are just they're undead people of long time past. The records go back; they've been around for centuries. The like, uh, it one thing that you should never do is if you defeat one to pick up their weapon when they are when they perish. All that will be left is their weapon. If you pick it up, you might become them.
Oh, good.
So don't do that.
To know.
Hopefully, they won't encounter
Horrifying.
them and try to do that. But yes, they are defeated. They are just very dangerous.
Is there a secret
However,
to defeating them?
there, no, not really. There's no secret. You burn them enough, they'll die.
I think I can manage that.
They're just
Pyromaniac.
difficult, and most normal people cannot handle them. Only trained and mercenaries and experts in their various fields and even spell casting can maybe handle them. Um, they are relentless. They will consistently pursue a target until it is complete. If Lionrith is their target, they will not stop until it is completed, or until they're assigned a new one.
That's concerning.
Just mildly, vaguely.
Yeah, I would say so. But enough of that. We need to move on from that to the other topic. All right. This is going to bring up some pain, but what do you know of Zegladus?
He's stinky and mean.
I first encountered him in Lux. I was examining the place where the Sword of Ascension was stored, or is stored, and he was also there, and I just made casual conversation with him, had no idea that he was part of a giant plot to kill the king and cause all this civil unrest.
Yes.
Release
That's something
Valdara.
else I've been looking into. On the side of dealing with wraiths. Uh, from what I have gathered, and even knew a little bit about this beforehand, there is a group of some sort that orchestrated most of those events. One singular group. I don't know who's involved. However, from what sounds like, I can name at least three now. Zegladus seems to be the man in charge. Then we have Regulus. I don't know what his piece in all of this is. Uh, had it had he succeeded fully in what he was going to do, maybe he was going to be a larger piece, but I have not seen or heard from him since. Then there is this Zaetus. That is the murderer last night. He is a mercenary who has been around for ages. I have always known he exists. Uh, Typically, he's just a mercenary for hire. I've had no reason to suspect his involvement in any such things, but this leads me to something different. That if he's involved with Zegladus, I don't believe this was just a mercenary for hire. I would be more concerned. Any of these individuals, I would not recommend engaging in combat until you believe you are ready to do so. But at the same time, if they wanted to fight you, they would have done so already. But I would avoid at least this scientist for now. He is an assassin. He can cloak and decloak. I would almost appear at will. He's very dangerous. He also has this eye, and she pulls out a crumpled piece of paper, and shows you the symbol that, for you guys, to be relatively the first time you're seeing, other than on the statue. The other party has seen this exact same symbol. And she goes, "Have you seen anything about this?"
What statue did we see it on?
Your mother.
Oh, yes, that's the symbol that was on my mother after Zaitis killed her.
I don't know what it means, but it is very powerful magic that seems to bypass many of the normal laws of magic. How you think you would normally react to spells and things, I would not use that same logic. I don't know much else, but if you see this, I think it is related to whatever Zegladus is up to.
Hmm.
I would keep an eye out if you see anything and let me know immediately.
And it's an eye.
Yeah, it is like a hieroglyphic eye, but it's closed.
I was really
Okay.
thinking we had to pop an eyeball out of someone's skull. I was on board but concerned.
Yeah, just like a typical hieroglyphic thing. It's like a purplish kind of like line art to it. Kind of glows a little bit.
DM,
Gotcha.
I have a question.
She will then go and say, then I think the final conversation that we need to have, which is why I also wanted to have in this pantry because no one will bother us. How aware are you of Lynrith's lineage?
Oh, we know who his parents are, Valdara and Ethios. Possibly
Yeah,
Gaia?
his mom is super evil.
We've
She
already had an
pauses for a
encounter
moment.
We've already had an encounter with Valdara. She destroyed Maple Grove right after we used a not a teleportation circle.
Yeah, we did.
What's the term?
The druid circles.
Thank you. The druid circle to increase Lynrith's abilities.
Okay. I knew some of that.
I guess your spies haven't been doing a very good job.
Well, I knew about his mom, which is what I was concerned the most, but not the father part or your powering it up.
Yes, we had a lovely encounter with Ethios himself via the speaker telling us to hand over Lynrith's location or else, and then we were thrown in prison.
I am well aware.
I did a lot of singing. It was a good time.
For everyone,
I wasn't aware of that.
only you. For only you.
Not for me.
Well, then I think it comes to a conclusion then that he cannot be in either possession, right? That is clear to you?
Very clear. However, there's the other complicated bit of we want to maintain somewhat of a good relationship with the church because we need to give them the aspects so that Valdara can be sealed again.
Just don't upset him. Like, I can smooth it over, don't worry about it. It's just get the stones. That's all that matters. The stones, the objects, whatever they are, find them. I don't have time to do it. But I do have time to talk to the Herald and tell her to go fuck herself. But
Yeah,
that's
well,
another thing
I
entirely.
tried to tell her that myself, and she didn't take it very well.
No, she doesn't, but you don't have the same pull that I do.
Let's in the background just
Unfortunately.
going, now Allison's grounded because Sylvia told me I wasn't allowed to say that, and now that means that she's not allowed to say that and she's grounded.
Don't even start with me right now. I will swear as much as I want to. My mother died yesterday.
I was talking about Allison.
Well, they'll get over it. Just don't prove their point. Just be careful is all I'm saying.
Well, they should be nice
What?
to us considering we delivered them 2 aspects and no one else has given them any that I'm aware of.
Yeah, there's other people looking for him. I don't know. Not keeping that much eyes on it. I have other things I got to worry about. Well, I think it's time for me to leave. It's clearly getting late.
All right, I'll contact you should there be any other disasters.
Please do. But at the same
Oh, God.
time, don't bug me with everything.
I
I
haven't
don't want to
contacted
hear
you.
tomorrow that you encounter the knights because you decided to fight them. I don't want to hear that.
We haven't been in the best of situations lately, but I'm not exactly one to act rashly.
I know you don't. She glances at the other two.
What?
Have a good morning, everyone. And she leaves. Like squeezes past you.
Mochi, what are you doing?
So am I still grounded?
Yes.
Yes.
I love that.
But you can have some candy. Gesture to the
Lettuce stuffing their face with candy.
They have a variety here. Add to the inventory as much as you would like.
Let's just eating at random. No thought.
Okay.
No thoughts, just vibes.
Cool.
As per usual.
The
is
morning is
the
yours.
cellar down here too?
Not at this portion. It's a different portion of the house.
You're
Okay.
gonna day drink?
Sylvia's
I will join you in day
depressed, so
drinking.
yeah.
Okay, so you want to head there then?
Yeah, I'm gonna swing by and grab a bottle of something.
I'm going to go with her just to make sure she doesn't accidentally kill herself via alcoholism.
Let's following
I'm
with
not
no intention of
stupid.
grabbing a bottle, only just with stuffed candy in every like roll of their robes.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
just put some in the bag of holding for later.
No, I want to eat it now.
I'm sure that someone will give you a bag just temporarily to carry it.
You worry about how you're going to carry your dry goods, and I'll worry about how I'm going to carry my dry
Oh,
goods.
look, you dropped one.
That's fine. Collateral damage.
I'm just imagining a trail of candy following behind Let
Mm-hmm.
or
And a
Hansel
servant
and
as
Gretel.
well. So, you go and collect some, I would assume wine would be the
Nah, I'm
proper
going for the whiskey.
whiskey. Okay, all right. Yeah, you guys have it down there. Got a full multiple
Or
cabinets. So
whatever
don't worry about that.
elven version of that exists in this world.
Sylvia with the unhealthy coping mechanisms.
I was going to say,
Um,
Piper, did you have a good day today or no?
I'm fine. My character is not.
As
Understandably.
you're departing, a servant, I would say 2 servants come up. One's picking up candy. The other one is looks over at the rest of you and says, your father wishes to speak with you, Sylvia. He says it's important and would like you to come at your earliest convenience.
Okay, is he in his study?
Yes, he is.
Very well.
Would you like us to accompany you?
I don't care.
Right. In that case, why not?
That sounded like an invitation to me.
It did to me too.
Okay.
Please don't piss off our only royal or our only like ally right now.
I'm just gonna follow her lead.
I'm just going to be eating candy. It's a good thing Let's mouth is full.
I was gonna say I was talking explicitly to Let, but who knows?
That's really fair.
Okay, let's go to the study.
Takes you a little bit. Again, large estate. When you arrive, the door is kind of like already kind of like open as you walk in. He is a little bit worse for wear, but seems like he's more busy with work, it would seem. Like from the yesterday to today, there's more papers and things. When you guys enter in, he waves a hand and the doors close.
Of course.
Let is going to deeply investigate the door that just closed behind them.
It's a magic door.
I'm going to very politely bow and tell him I'm sorry for his loss.
Let's gonna drop candy while they notice that Kaya's doing the same and clumsily go to do the same thing and just candy spills out of their robes.
You wanted to see me?
God.
He's looking at the wide array of things that happened, and he goes, "There is. I've been thinking about this for some time, and I want to ask you at this point: do you want to continue adventuring?"
Yes, because the stakes are too high for the first of all. Second of all, what else am I going to do? Just sit around and mope?
Good. I am glad that we are on the same page here. If you asked me yesterday, I would have been against this adventuring business. But it is clear to me that if our enemies are going to act against us, that we need to act against them.
I agree. And again, it's about the fate of the world at this point. I can't exactly afford to just choose not to adventure anymore.
Yes. As such,
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, okay. Hi, viewers. Sorry, we are having a lot of technical difficulties, so our screen is just going to look weird for the remainder of the episode, which is only going to be about 13, maybe 20 more minutes. So thank you for your patience. I'm so sorry about that. Nathaniel, I'll let you have it back.
all right. He'll continue. Sylvia's father. Up to this point, I was against it, and things have to, as I would imagine your book has talked with you about things, right?
Yes, that was something I was meaning to ask you about your father. He goes on and on about Melendrock. Hold on, I'm going to sneeze.
More difficulties. Sorry, viewers.
Anything is
Goes
a
on and on
difficulty.
about Melandrach, who made him, and about how he was the most amazing wizard ever. Of course, he was a little biased, but still, I wanted to know more about him.
Well, I would say at this point is now is the time. Come with me. And he heads out the door. Just walks by and then points at Let and goes, "Clean that up."
I wasn't gonna leave candy on the floor. What do you take me for, a monster?
Yes.
I really like this guy, I have to say.
How rude.
Uh,
Now we see where Sophia gets it from.
you head actually to Connell's room, and he just
Okay.
opens it and goes in. Uh, and your brother is kind of just like relaxing by this open window. He's already drinking. Yeah, like
Of course he
it's
is. Like
normal.
he said, he just has a reason to drink all the
And
time now.
he looks
Dear
over and goes,
Lord.
Hello? And your father just walks in, looks around for a moment, and goes over and grabs his hammer. And he says, I'm going to borrow this briefly. I'll be back.
He's explaining something about Melandrach. I don't know.
And he looks over and goes, and you continue down through. He eventually goes back to basically where that wine cellar area is, and starts talking and says, "Well, your grandfather and I have different views on a few things. I personally believed his adventuring career, while helpful to the world, was not the best for us. Would rather have forgotten it, and I had sealed it up.
Isn't he the reason we even are in the position we are in?
Yes. However, while we are in this position, it cost us a lot of safety for us and our family. Eventually, when he did pass away, a lot of that disappeared. We weren't under the threat of dangers from people that he wronged.
Mm.
And it would appear that this would come again, especially if his book chose you." And he starts examining a wall and feels around a bit, but then takes a step back. He has this like coat he wears all the time. He takes it off and then hands it to Kai,
Yes.
and he goes, "I need you to hold this, please." And he takes the hammer that he's been carrying and just starts bashing into a wall.
What on God's green earth is happening?
Um,
Gotta say, I was kind of offended at first that he handed me his coat but now I'm like, okay, let's see where this is going.
Avery, we're getting Sylvia's family Citizen Kane right now. Is what's happening.
Lore,
Gotcha.
lore.
uh, and with each kind of like smashing of it, it reveals a hidden passage, a hallway that is covered in cobwebs, dust, all the light behind it. And he does like a snap of his fingers, and it like basically like disinfects the hallway, just like burns it all gone. And then
Like
at the very
clears
end,
it?
there's another, yeah, completely clears it. There are some different
Okay.
torches that light up, and there's another stone wall at the far end that looks kind of broken down a bit, and he just starts going down that way. And he says, "Keep following along." Um, and as we're walking, we are going to actually flip to another scene while this is also happening. Um, we take a view into a very rich, noble house. Dark wood, red carpets, and like kind of uh, a study in a way. You recognize all of the three characters that are in this room. Not the U.S. characters, but as players, should know them. You know them as Zegladus, Zyatis, and Regulus. And Zyatis states, I did what you asked. And Zegladus just looks ticked and says, I'm not mad about what you did. It's who you decided to do this to. Wow. What are you referring to? That noble, the elf? Uh, and he replies with, that noble was part of the Mir family. The family of Melindrock the Pegasus. And we kind of simultaneously get this to flip back to your father. And he states, your grandfather was a great hero to the Hero King. And we then flip back to the other group as Titus says, like, so what? He's long dead. Who cares? And Sigurdus replies, it's not him I fear, but the family who you failed to dismantle. They are a family of dedication, precision, and power. Something they have continued to foster over the centuries, and something you should have known and done yourself. Uh, and we kind of almost have this unison talk of flipping back to your father and him saying, I once saw him wipe out entire armies with a single spell, something that is unheard of nowadays. Uh, and then we flip to uh, Zegladus again, him saying, and then you decided on their daughter's funeral to kill their mother before their eyes, when I had specifically said it should have been discreet and her brother. And then he replies with, I should just kill them all then. Just be done with it. And he replies with, did you? It's over. Sylvia will come for you now. And the only thing that may get you out of this is to finish your damn mission to the letter. Now just get out of my sight. And just almost in this magical force, it just shoves him out of the room. And Regulus is really uncomfortable during this, and he replies with, "Is he really? Is she really that big a deal? I mean, she wasn't that crazy last time I met with her." And he goes, "Well, I hope not now." And that's when the final wall is broken down, and behind it is a door. Your father opens up, and is revealed a very dusty room. This appears to be a study of some sort. With experiments, things, none of them are finished, but all in the process of something. But now at this point can no longer continue because they have been touched for centuries. There are bookshelves with various books and scrolls. There is 2 small velvet chairs and rows upon rows of magical ingredients. Most of them are now unusable based on their age themselves. There's also a nice little coat rack that has a few various clothes on there that have holes and things in it at this point. There are 2 display cases. One that has a magic robe in it of some sort, and one has a staff. And a variety of other things. And your father will say, this belonged to your grandfather, and I've sealed it up when he passed away. At this point, take anything you find in here to use whatever you want to do with. I have no use for it. You clearly will at this point. But in this arrangement, you should not come back here in case you endanger us further. Is that clear?
Oh.
Yes.
However, if you do kill them, and you, I would say, save the world in this case, we will welcome you back with open arms.
Oh, Zygodos will pay for what he's done.
Oh my god.
And I hope so. He made one mistake. He will regret it. And he just leaves after taking his jacket from Kai.
Let's just kind of standing there next to Kaya going, I don't care if I get grounded for this, but what the fuck?
My dear, same.
So I don't want to end here, so we're going to go for a little bit longer just so you have access to this room.
Okay. So
4.
what's with the cloak and the staff?
As you approach the display cases, as you try to open them or do anything with them, you notice it is locked and they don't budge. And they seem to be protected by some sort of magical ward. You could roll Arcana, and I will detail what they are, as well as the effect that is preventing you from accessing them.
So what's preventing me from accessing
You
it?
have to roll Arcana.
Like, can I?
Did it go through?
Oh, so sorry. Let me look.
Wow. She's using D&D Beyond on her phone. Ugh.
Caveman shit.
Did you send it to me directly?
Yep.
No, you have to like roll.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Roll Arcana. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You were explaining it, and I had to. And Mochi got on the
Just
counter
a lot of
right as
stuff's
you were
going on.
describing like the integral piece and stuff. Okay,
Yeah,
you want me
wait,
to roll investigation?
Did you think he put
Arcana.
it in the Discord?
I thought he sent something in the Discord.
No. I want to know.
Crying because
Investi-
Taylor and I are over here like, who the hell uses D&D Beyond on
No,
their
I don't use
phone
it
and
on
just
my
like
phone.
reading you for
Okay,
filth for something you didn't do?
I need to roll investigation. Yes,
No,
Arcana.
Arcana.
Arcana. Thank
Spell
you.
magic
Hey,
knowledge
attention.
check.
Okay,
13.
not great.
Not great. So one thing that helps is that there is like a kind of like a minor plaque in a way. You won't know what these things do, but you do know that are these your div rolls?
Yes.
Okay. That they seem to be access to a like a arcane power level. You could imagine if you reached a certain level for your character, you can access these items.
How am I supposed to do that if I can never
Subtle.
come back, Nathaniel?
Maybe there's a way to come back. Hint, hint. Look around the room.
Okay, do I see anything like a teleportation circle, teleportation
Well, that would be
chalk?
might you roll for that. For the other two, you guys can also look around. Do not sit there just eating candy.
Let's gonna look
Okay.
around at stuff and start kind of like smelling the air and going, maybe I'm gonna read more
Hi,
context cues than Fern did, and I'm not gonna taste anything.
Can I replace that with a 10 so that it's a 17?
17. Okay, let me pull up my notes and see what you get with the 17. Okay. So, you find... Yes. Okay, so for one, you find some sort of magic key on the desk. There's a desk in there, it has papers on it. all of the papers on there are illegible. They're just weren't taken care of early. But there's some sort of
Okay.
weird magic key on there.
Does
Just
it unlock
add a
the cloak?
Melondrock key. You just add that to your inventory. For the sake of ease, it does not open the cases.
Of course not. That would be too. If I pull out the tome, because I'll just pretend
Hey.
that the tome was in my depression robe.
Yeah.
Your
It flies down the hallway and is like,
depression
"You went to his room without me." Well, I can tell you what that key does. If you are attuned to it, you can enter it into any key slot, and it will allow you to access to his study. He used it
Oh.
when he needed to get from place to place and was out traveling for a while.
That's convenient.
It's a good
Oh,
get out
and
of
then
jail card.
he goes over to the robes and says, "These are his robes. They are known to be robes of the Archmagi. Very rare stuff. And then this is a staff of power. I can't see anything else because you haven't found anything else other than that in the wastebasket, which you got with that investigation 17. There's a chime of opening. If you ring things, it can open it. If it doesn't have magical locks and things.
Okay, I'm gonna grab that chime, wondering why it's in the wastebasket.
Yeah, add it to your inventory. It's a magic item.
Taylor, what happened to your camera? There you go.
My phone's about to die. That's probably what happened.
Okay.
It's on the charger, dying.
Okay. Do you need to turn your camera off?
We'll see. I think we're about done.
Okay.
At this
Do I
point,
need to roll for anything else?
I would recommend that maybe the party assist you in doing different roles and things.
Yes, please. Whatever you
There
need.
is a
dear.
bookshelf as well for our novice
Yes,
reader.
please. I was going
Yes.
to ask, and then she got distracted going through a trash can.
If
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a chime of opening, I'm gonna grab it.
Kai, I'll have you roll investigation. Based on what you can find in their hand. You got a 17. So 6. So you find a few different books. I'll detail those next time. But remind me, there are like 5 different books you can look at. But on a separate note, there are 4 different magic scrolls that you find. One is a scroll of Resilient Spear. One is a scroll of Hypnotic Pattern. One is a scroll of Creation, and one is a scroll of Mirror Image. I'll post those in the Discord for you.
Please
Oh my
and thank
gosh, I
Session.
feel like Sylvia's about to power up.
Yes. Is there any other types of checks that you wish to do in this room?
You said that that's all that the tome could tell me based on my rolls, which is making me think that there are other items here. Did I need to roll higher?
It could be roll higher on the same things as well as different types of rolls. You've done investigation. There's another like perception, for example.
Okay,
You haven't
sure.
used
I'll do a perception check.
Okay.
Can I help her?
You can. You can roll with advantage.
Okay,
But
that
you're
was worse.
useless. But Sylvia just finds under one of the chairs is a set of gauntlets that the book describes as gauntlets of ogre power.
Okay.
They
Are they
set your
ogre
strength.
powered?
Hey,
Is
what?
anybody else here?
Set your strength to 19.
Wow.
Is there any other roles you would like to do? Sylvia, I think you have exhausted your roles.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think there's anything else I can do
It's
at
up
the
to the other
moment.
two if they want to find anything else.
What else is in the room? We've checked out the trash and a bookshelf. and under some chairs.
This is simply if you roll to do something, if you think of something that might be in there, we just roll for it and see if you find it. Because right now, Let has only assisted in just looking for perception, just looked around briefly. That was kind of it. And otherwise, has been standing there. Kai looked at the bookshelf, for example.
Has anyone
Okay, I
looked
know that I
inside?
looked at the bookshelf, but are there and that I found some magic scrolls, but are there any journals or journal-looking
I
things?
was gonna say, yeah, that's
There's
what
a lot
Let was
of
gonna look
books.
for.
Remind me next time.
Okay.
Did
'Cause there's
you
a lot to go through.
inside the desk?
Let, with the
Oh, that's
mind
a
of a
good
child,
point.
is gonna start looking around for a drink, and is
Oh
maybe going to see if
no.
there's any potions or anything in the room.
Please don't get us back.
I'm not
Did
gonna
you roll
drink them.
investigation?
Relax.
Thank you.
God, you guys, settle down.
Okay, we have bad track records with people eating and drinking things that they shouldn't.
Yo, if you tell me I don't find
19.
anything with that, I'm gonna be mad.
You certainly find potions, but they all smell really bad. You get the impression that these are probably expired. Any ingredients that you find, that probably would be tasty at some point, was way past its expiration.
Is there a desk in the room?
There is.
Madison, that was your suggestion, right? Okay. Let's gonna sit down in the chair and pretend that they're super, super smart and they have a desk job, like they imagine that's what Sylvia does all day, and just start
Let-
kind of looking around the desk.
What are you doing?
Imagining what it's like to be smart.
Did you find anything?
I don't know yet.
Why don't you roll
Is the desk-
investigation?
I would also like
If-
to investigate the desk because I feel like if there's going to be anywhere that there's a secret lever, like National Treasure style, it'd be in this room.
Okay. We'll get you a 4. Are you gonna save your 18 for anything? Sylvia?
Was I gonna use my 17?
You had an 18. You had a 18 and a 10 that you rolled for your
Oh
It
yeah.
rolls.
Well, I thought you said I exhausted my rolls.
You exhausted your rolls, but not your abilities. You can't roll, but you can use your divination rolls on your friends if you'd like, is what I'm asking.
Gotcha. What did Let roll for investigation in the desk?
11, 0. Kai rolled a 1 plus 3, so 4.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, what was Kai rolling for?
Investigation as well, assisting in the desk searching.
Okay. I'll replace Let's 11 with
Good
an
choice.
18.
So, this is me being helpful here. You're replacing the 11 with an 18. That's a plus
Okay,
0,
fine.
not
I'll
the
replace
4 with the
Kai's
plus
roll.
3.
You're right. Well, I figured it doesn't matter as long as one of them succeeds, but
Yes.
Just
However,
do Kaya
one of them
because also
succeeds, the other one
canonically
doesn't.
she's smarter. Right.
you're right.
You needed a 20, which is why I was trying to help you out.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the final thing you find is that under all these papers, you find almost like a jewelry box, and you'll be able to open this up because you're the first one there, and you find some fancy looking rings inside. The book will describe these for you as a ring of free action, a ring of resistance with a garnet in it, so it's a fire resistant one, and a ring of featherfall.
Oh my gosh.
Since these belong to Sylvia's grandpa, I guess I would turn around and hand that to her. But Let would also be kind of going, also, I really like wearing nice metal when I punch people in the face. So just remember that and that I found it. That's all I'm saying.
I think we should give Let that ring of extra action, considering.
Oh, monk with an extra action is terrifying.
We will discuss later.
Or honestly, any of our martial people, because spellcasters, extra actions mean nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not. Wait. Oh, because you can't cast another spell, anyways.
Yeah. Unless it was like.
Unless it's a cantrip.
Anyways, we'll discuss later.
Yeah.
Yeah. You investigated I would say, to your fullest extent at this point. If you want to look further, that will take time to do. especially at
Okay.
a different time. And this is where we'll end for today.
Hot dog. All right. Well, as always, thanks to our viewers for watching, especially our consistent and loyal viewers. You know who you are. You're our favorite. Our artwork is done by Madison Nobriga, who on the screen now is to my left in somehow black and white.
No,
Lord
she's
Almighty. I don't
She's
know.
normal.
On
It's
my
not a
screen,
bad
she's in
camera,
black and white.
okay?
Anyways, she's to my left. She does all of our artwork, including our character art and our loading art, and our logos. Our music comes from Alex Frazier. He's linked in our YouTube. His music is amazing. Go give him a listen. And as always, thank you. We'll see you guys next time we play. See ya.